how special it is that nature, it's this sort of secret that I've realized. You see, by losing those leaves, it means that as long as there are trees, we are getting more oxygen than carbon dioxide from plants. Today, I'm talking about how wonderful nature is, that it knows during the long nights of winter to drop the leaves. When you're out with the trees, the leaves during daylight hours, the leaves are breathing out oxygen, and they're breathing in carbon dioxide. We breathe in oxygen, we need oxygen, and we breathe out carbon dioxide. And in the daytime, they breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. So the thing is, when I'm out in nature, when I'm going for a walk in nature, I am actually breathing with the trees. It's like the trees are a respirator for me or anyone else. Evidently, it takes 4 fully grown, mature trees, not like 3-foot tall baby trees or anything, but fully grown trees like the trees back in the forest there. It takes 4 trees to give enough oxygen for one human being for a year. So there's certainly enough out there for one person for me. And the nice thing is that, it's nice to have the trees right there beside you, but the trees, the wind blows the oxygen all over the world. So that's how we get the oxygen from, the Amazon rainforest. But good heavens, we have a lot of forests here in North America, and we just need to really appreciate them and take good care of them and plant more trees, because as long as the sunlight is out, photosynthesis is going on. And the photosynthesis, if you remember from your classroom in school, sunlight with chlorophyll, which is in the green of the leaves, and water creates food for the plant and for all of us. And in doing so, a byproduct is created, and that is oxygen. Now, this only happens during daylight hours. Soon as it's dark, photosynthesis is not going on, and the leaves are no longer, they don't exhale because they don't have lungs and noses and mouths like we do, but they call that respiration. So the leaves respirate out oxygen during the daytime, but at night exhale, respirate, so weird. They exhale carbon dioxide. Now, we exhale carbon dioxide all the time, day and night. We breathe in oxygen, we need oxygen, and we breathe out carbon dioxide. And in the daytime, they breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. Well, what happens in the winter is that the days get shorter and the nights get longer. It means in a 24-hour cycle during the winter, if all the trees had their leaves on all year round, they would be making more carbon dioxide than oxygen, because the night is longer during the winter. Do you see what I'm getting at? It's so clever the way nature has, not that it thought it through, but the way everything works. And I just feel so grateful for the way it works, because by losing those leaves, it means that as long as there are trees, we are getting more oxygen than carbon dioxide from plants. And of course, our biggest plants are our trees. I mean, all the little plants, the little vegetables, our little house plants, everything is also during daylight hours making oxygen, and at nighttime making carbon dioxide. Now, I know that there are exceptions. There are certain plants that actually make oxygen at night, but that's not what we're talking about today. Today, I'm talking about how wonderful nature is, that it knows during the long nights of winter to drop the leaves. The leaves die then. And then when the days start getting longer, that is when the new leaves come out on the trees. So during the time when the days are much longer than the nights, then the trees are making oxygen for most of the 24-hour cycle. Isn't that fantastic? I mean, it's Carol Ann Chapman, and I'm the author of When We Were Gods, and I've got a chapter in there that was channeled from Pan, Lord of the Wild. And in that chapter, he says how important it is for us to appreciate all nature does for us. And believe me, I haven't heard anyone else talking about this. I think it's absolutely amazing that nature, which is where we get our oxygen from that we need so badly to live on. And of course, we pollute cities and our whatever. I'm not going there either. But the nature has enough sense that in the winter, when the days are so short and the nights are so long, that many of the plants die, like all the annuals die, all the annual weeds die, and the trees, the deciduous trees, drop their leaves. Now, if that isn't something worth appreciating, I don't know what is. I think it's just fantastic. And I just feel so grateful for how all of this fits together so perfectly. And of course, we're part of it. And like Pan asked us all to appreciate nature more. And I hope this will help you to appreciate nature more. It is pretty fantastic. Now, here are some more videos that I've made that you might find interesting about nature and the nature kingdom. Wishing you wonderful experiences and wonderful health, because you are a creature that is part of the nature kingdom.